is a swagger. So every time you let rip to the heavens, say it with attitude. Say it like it's the last, happiest breath you are ever gonna take. Get in the game.
Have to be, man. We've had a lot of success stories with getting the game.
Absolutely.
Just like DJ Absolute does, you know. Rock the mic and the different platforms he set up. We try to give people opportunity to realize their dreams with conduits, with liaisons, you know, with vehicles. That's all, with vessels, Tracy.
Bridges.
And sometimes, you know, you never know when you water that soil what the harvest might bring. And I tell you, man, we helped plant a seed with one of our brethren I met at a dinner table at South by Southwest. I often tell this story. And my brother told me about him. And, you know, when my brother tells me bumpy knuckles about something, I tend to listen because he's been batting 1,000 with me. And my friends don't tell me nothing unless they know they 100% solid, because if they tell me something and it ain't 100, I'm a ride them for the rest of our lives. It's an ongoing joke for decades. I'm just going to always bring it up, you know. In this case, he actually introduced us to somebody that was more than just an MC, somebody who's been a visionary since I've known him, who's been autonomous since I've known him, who functions in his own way. You know, he's been comfortable in his own skin since I've known him. Has had a lot of success and a lot of respect. Irie the Kid, ladies and gentlemen. He's here, man.
That's real.
He's
That's
here.
true.
He didn't pay for the food. He got a free meal.
Oh, wow. All good.
But he was there.
Yeah.
And since we've been bumping into each other, whether it's at the Grove or something, we're in L.A. or is that where we saw each other?
Yeah, I said before the Grammys, I was going to get my jacket because I ain't had no outfit yet.
Yo.
And I was like, yo, what you doing here?
Yo, it's like 10 in the morning.
I was late, man. Yeah, I got tickets last minute. I was like, let's get it.
You know how weird it was for me to see you in that environment? Because, you know, I'm from Cali. And my daughter grew up in Park La Brea, which is like half a block, you know, right across the street from Grove. So I didn't expect to see.
Nah, that's God, man. That's his time. That timing was too crazy. Because I was about to walk around the other side. Like, it was just, and it's crazy, bro. And then I was, you know what I'm saying?
We both was moving, though. He gave me about 14 seconds. And then
you got to respect the man's time. You know, our feet moving.
Then I've been reading up on you and some of the business ventures you've been making, and one of the ones you made me aware of was your partnership with Cash Money.
Yeah. And
what's the status now?
Oh, we did. I did it with Cash Money, Major Music, and Universal Republic. So you know, Bird kind of facilitated that. So it wasn't like just like I was going to do Rich Gang, like, you know, but it was just like. Overall, it's a blessing. It's a good situation, and of course, I approached it more so as a businessman, not just like a rapper just looking for a deal, because I could have did a whole bunch of other things, you know. So I started to play tug of war once I did my own stream numbers, like to where I wanted it, and you know, it just made sense. And with them giving me kind of more so what I asked for, I thought was very important. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and just. You know, you hear what people talk about, but at the end of the day, I handle my business a little different. You know what I'm saying? So,
what do you mean by that? Cause
you know, you hear, you know, opinions at an all-time high right now. You know that, Sway. Like now, like opinions never been so important. I didn't think it is, but at the end of the day, as I started to go through the game the last 2 years, I started to really study the business, because I never was much of a reader. I can read, but I started rapping without writing and stuff, so I would only read my stuff. But now, with the internet and stuff, it gives me an opportunity to read and learn, and I started learning how to fully monetize. Because as I was having label meetings, they was telling on themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say which labels in it, but I sat with like 80% of them. You know, 99% of them didn't want to offer me no money, just wanted to offer me monetization. We were the first ones to make SoundCloud, pay artists, and a month later, SoundCloud sent out an email to all the artists that had like a certain amount of plays. Yeah. And it was like SoundCloud Pro or Premium, something like that. Yep, Pro. And they started paying us, and it was like I started finding out about Sound Exchange and how much money I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I went and started.
Talk about that since you're saying it. We're gonna get to Jack. The Sound Exchange. Go ahead, talk about that.
Yeah, they go collect like a lot of the money that you don't really know that you can go that where your name is popping up as an artist. Like if your name is an artist, they go collect it wherever your site is collecting money from on your name. They go get it and just give it to you. You know, so I started to just read after those meetings. I was like, nah, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I felt like they were offering me stuff that, like, I was having meetings and they were asking me questions that they could have learned if they would have just watched the interview I did with you.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, why are you asking me where I'm from? Why are you asking me, like, bro, did you even, all you had to do was Google and YouTube or something like that. And so I started to just peep and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I don't need to be here. You know what I'm saying?
So I really invested in you.
Yeah, but I didn't take it personal because at the end of the day, it was like I needed to, you know, I wasn't upset. I took it as, you know what, they were telling on themselves. They probably thought that I needed $1, not knowing. I've been self-employed, man, since I was in high school, middle school.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of them artists that was working at Popeyes and Papa John's before I got a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like everything out my crib, my cars and my Sprint, everything, I did that before anything. Never got no money from no street dude or nothing. You know, no smack to anybody who did it, but that's just not my story. So it's like, I just was taking notes as they were talking. Like I done sat with Kevin Lyles at 300. Like as they talk, I'm listening. I'm not just like, oh, I need this deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So as I played it to getting this deal, as I sat with Def Jam and all the other people, I kind of walked in there like I didn't need it. I walked in there like I was about to shoot a video. I was that fly. Yeah. I had all my videos, my whole project mix and master. They're like, yo, what you need? I'm like, I don't need nothing. My manager just wanted me to meet you. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. So I came in there with that attitude, but then now I'm getting the offers and it's like, wow, that's what it took for y'all, but I get it.
What made you comfortable with Cash Money, especially considering all the things that are out there about producers not being paid? We watching one of the biggest artists and one of the biggest artists of our generation.
Yeah, Wayne's one of my favorite rappers. Yeah. Like I said, it made sense. The things that I wanted to do, because I also got 4 producers. My 4 producers that I use, they got signed as well. They got Bird and Slim gave them a pub deal as well. And the other places that I like that sound effect. The other places that I was going, they wasn't gonna offer that. There wasn't, because these producers, only 2 of them had a placement. We did a joint on Travis Scott album for Travis Scott and Bryson Tiller, that First Take record. We did that and I wrote on it. And other than that, my other 2, they didn't have placement, so it didn't make sense for them to get any offering. But he gave them what we wanted, and I just thought
y'all
it made
actually
sense.
got a advance.
Yeah, for sure.
They got the money.
The money's there. We got the bread. So I'm like,
you gotta ask.
Yeah, you know, I'm dropping a song about it called Wire Transfer from Birdman. It's on my project on 25th. Yeah.
Wire Transfer.
My intro was called First Meeting with Bird and Slim. My second song is called Wire Transfer from Birdman. Yeah, so I didn't have that problem. I'm a collect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know, but if you know the business, I see what's going on, but I feel like a lot of the artists going through it need to tell these younger artists, you know, have your business in order, you know, have your attorney, you know, even if it's a bad situation, you know, your attorney will tell you, yo, sign this, because at least saying that I told you that this is a bad situation for you. Yeah. So you don't get into it. And you see what Rocco and Future going through and stuff like that, and I get it, but it's like, you know, even what Future's going through, he could tell people why he ended up losing that case. He could tell some of these younger artists so they don't go through it, instead of making it look so much like, I hate seeing Future and Rocco beef because they're so important to Atlanta. Yeah. And I'm fans of both of them. You know, I didn't pick sides. You know, Rocco won the case. I'm still going to listen to Future. I'm still going to listen to Rocco. But I just feel like the artists need to come through more so, minus the beef. Let these artists know. And that's kind of what I'm doing for J. Dot, is kind of like, as he's seen what I went through, I'm telling him everything that worked for me and didn't work. And we do the same process with him being a newborn into the industry, you know?
J. Dot Deep, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. J. Dot, what up, baby?
Just chilling, man.
Good to see you, man.
Definitely good to be here, man. Appreciate it.
See this guy around. Now we got him behind this microphone. How did you and Cyree come together?
Man, we met at high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know him for years now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What was he like in high school? Was he always this ambitious, always this on point?
Same dude you see here now, just more bummy.
More bummy, right?
He was more bummy.
Hilarious.
You know? Back in high school, he was more bummy and everything, but goofy, you know, hustler, and anything like 100. You know, from the start, been the same dude, you know.
You met him as a rapper, though?
Nah, we had classes together and everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We had a fine little teacher we used to, you know, talk about during class and whatnot. Miss Elliott. Like Osborne, Miss Elliott. Fat old jump.
Shout out to Miss Elliott.
She wasn't one of the teachers having sex with the kids, though, unfortunately.
No.
Unfortunately.
Wow. Dumb strict.
Yeah. So you from Atlanta?
Nah, born in Boston, but moved down to
We
Atlanta,
was raised in Atlanta.
Okay. What part of Atlanta were you?
College Park.
College Park.
Yeah, Southside.
So any of those Atlanta artists were you influenced by growing up?
Definitely.
Yeah, who?
Definitely, man. Definitely Outkast. Huge influence for me. Like when I first moved to Atlanta, like I didn't understand the culture or the music, so I was lost. You know what I mean? I was used to being like a radio baby from up top, so it's like I knew everything from up north. But once I got down there, I was just so lost in the sauce down there, and then, you know, I ended up just finding Aquemini. You know, that album alone just changed my life. You know, it helped me more so understand Atlanta, just feel it to the core. And I said, nah, I love Atlanta. It's home.
That's home now, right?
Yeah.
Were you apprehensive when you heard about the Cash Money deal, or were you happy?
I mean, I know my dog not gonna, you know, get himself into a situation he's not comfortable with.
Yeah.
Like he gonna get what he came for, and if he ain't with it.
Okay.
Period.
All right. So how is this working dynamic now? Because, you know, I'm sure you guys see each other as peers and on one end, but at the same end, he's partially responsible for your career now, right?
Yeah. You could say that.
Mm-hmm.
You could say that. Like I'm in control.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing I don't want to do.
Okay.
Sure.
You understand?
For sure.
I just saw that. I just witnessed that outside the room.
Oh, what happened?
Because Cyree was like, nah, let's not video. And J-Dot was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was like, hey, man, once y'all work that out.
Oh, yeah,
nah,
we'll huddle and fight or whatever. Like that's another thing I love about Birdman. I'll be in the studio at Hit Factory, and he'll be like, nephew, I never, you know, your creative space, you do what you do. You know, I'm never going. He don't try to come in like over A&R my shit. Same thing. I trust him so much. And vice versa. So when we need the advice, we'll take it. But if not, I trust everything that he's doing.
Okay.
And we're not a group, and he's not like under me and nothing like that. It's just that, you know, we doing what we doing, and I trust what he's doing as an artist. I believe in him, and I know his story is true. You know what I'm saying? I know his work ethic. I know his image. I know his authenticity as well. So we good.
What's your story?
Man, struggling. Struggling, you know, fighting with myself, fighting, you know, against circumstances throughout life. You know what I mean? My, you know, single mother, pops left, my mother was sick. You know what I'm saying? She had a heart disease, had a heart transplant. I mean, my brother, we separated when we were younger. You know, he moved out. He killed himself in 2010, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of things that I've had to deal with and overcome. You know, some circumstantial and some, you know, by my own choices. You know, and having to deal with that, you know, being homeless by just being dumb.
You were homeless?
Yeah, I was living in. We had studios and stuff.
I had a studio.
Yeah, and he was living off you?
Yeah,
He was living in my shit.
I was in there.
I was paying the bills. He was there, but he worked.
I
though.
contributed.
I
contributed. Don't do that, man.
100.
Don't do that. You know, I was engineering sessions.
Yeah, he was working.
Somebody had to sweep. Somebody had to sweep up the bathroom. Somebody had to do
it. He was working.
In the song, I want to say Indecent Proposal, you allude to in this conversation with a demon. You go back and forth, and I believe, Sign, I want to ask you about it. You were discussing a contract with that demon, right?
Yeah.
And in it, one of the things you would have to do is commit the same sin as your brother did.
Yeah.
And so that was based, I mean, roughly on something that really happened. If your brother committed suicide.
Yeah.
What made, do you know why? What was the circumstance?
Man, he just had a lot on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? He had 4 beautiful kids. You know, my nephews and nieces. You know, I helped my sister-in-law take care of and whatnot. You know, at the time he was taking care of our mother. You know what I'm saying? And then he just kind of folded under the pressure, lost himself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but it kind of changed the trajectory of my life. So it's like with Indecent Proposal at the end, you don't hear what I choose to do. You don't hear if I sign a contract. You don't hear if I, you know, didn't. If I denied it. You know what I'm saying? It's just on some. I don't know, I kind of get choked up and everything,
that's all right.
Bringing it up and everything, but it's just, yeah, man, it's a crazy record.
It's a crazy record. That ain't something you've dealt with, though, about, like, in terms of
Yeah, I mean, I've been to that point before.
You've been to
that
point?
You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where there's times I've thought, like, if I did it, he wouldn't have. Because I had no girl, I had no wife, nobody relied on me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I had my family that was like, you know, but I didn't have children. You know what I'm saying? That like their existence relied on me to, you know, take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was like if I did it, he wouldn't have. You know, and I have those brief bouts with it. You know.
You got those brief bouts with it.
Yeah.
How has music served a purpose in your life when having gone under all these struggles and all these adversities?
It's therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to the Project Resistance and everything that I just dropped, like it's got everything I've been through, everything I've held in over the years, you know, and just stuff I haven't really addressed. You know what I'm saying? On the music and everything, it's on there.
It's on there?
Yeah, the pain, the heartbreak, you know, the dumb decisions, the doubting myself, like it's you can hear it.
Resistance is out today.
Yeah.
All right, so you could pick this up. they want to reach you on social media, how can they reach you, J. Dot?
Everything J.Deep, JAYDOTDEEP.
All right, this is Getting the Gang. So what we're going to do is have our listeners call up and tell you what they think about your music.
Okay.
All right. It could get harsh if they don't think highly of it.
Yes, awesome.
All right.
Hey, I'm with it.
Whatever,
man.
Well, it could be glorious when they
Trash,
do. All right.
can be,
We're going to start with Indecent Proposal. This is J. Deep. Sway in the Morning. The Resistance is the album. Is out today.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
The video on World Star right now too.
Nice.
Video on World Star.
Yeah. Come on, Sway. You got to be prepared. You got to have the clip loaded.
Yeah, the clip is loaded.
Every site, you got to be like.
Boom, watch, boom. Here it is. Indecent Proposal, J. Deep on social media, 888-742-3345. Let us know if you like it or not. Have to be what you thinking.
I like it, but it sounded like the last line would have been, I choose to stay alive. Like, you know, I'm just listening to the lyrics and listening to everything, man, and it's powerful. I see why it was tough for you to, you know, to talk about that. And I know as a Christian, we believe that people that commit suicide go to hell. It's a sin. Yeah. And you mentioned a line in there about, you know, why Satan, it sounds like, you know, said you were your brother with me. Do you believe that your brother went to hell?
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it's nobody really knows.
You know, nobody, yeah.
Like,
okay.
In terms of my personal, you know, religious beliefs and things like that, I don't really. I said I'm just kind of up in the air for me.
That's difficult.
Yeah. It's difficult.
But like, I mean, and that's one thing that's hard to accept for people, you know, to say that like someone you loved and cherished that was that close to you, you know, did something like that, and now they're in hell, you know, or whatever. Maybe like everybody, you know, anytime somebody passes, whatnot, you know, like, oh, now they in heaven, but you don't know what their final act was.
How
nobody's
long,
ever gonna. You know.
How long did it take you to write that?
Write that? Didn't take long, man. I was just really feeling that beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really go into writing records where like, you know, this is what I'm gonna write about. I put on the beat, and whatever I feel is what I say.
It's so intricate.
That's why there's no hook. It's just bars.
He did that a while back. We actually wasn't gonna be on the project.
Oh.
You played it for me while we was doing the project. I think by accident. I was like, bro, why are we not using this?
Yeah.
Cause that was one of my favorite songs he ever did.
Yeah.
And we ended up re-recording it at my new studio.
Okay.
That was a last minute decision.
I enjoyed that as well, and it had me thinking, since you mentioned having experience with a darker power, have you ever had even a minute of an experience with a higher power?
Yeah, definitely so. Like, you know, my mom's, that's my miracle lady right there. You know, when she got a heart transplant, the doctors were like, we don't even know how you alive right now with this heart. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know, that's got to be a higher power, you know, allowing her to, you know, carry on and take care of her two boys. Because without her, I would have lost it.
Right.
You know, just as a, you know, young kid when my father left. You know, I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for her.
J. Deep, man. We're going to go to the phone lines. This is Getting the Gang. Let's go to Nick from Florida. Nick, what up, man?
Nick, what's good? What it do?
Nick.
What up? How's everybody doing?
Good. Should we put him in a game or sit him on a bench?
Please put that man in the game, because
100.
that music got me. I got chills, and his story and everything in that song. It got me like, I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. That is too
Thanks,
real.
Nick.
That's love.
And I love it. I love it, man.
All right, Nick, you're a citizen, man.
Sway in the Morning.
We're going to take him to Indiana. Jabaz, what up, Jabaz?
Jabaz, what's popping?
What's cracking, fam? How y'all feeling this morning?
Feeling good,
bro.
feeling good.
Put him in the game or sit him on the bench?
Game, man, and keep it in rotation.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Love.
All right, that song is called Indecent Proposals on the project Resistance. It's out today, supported by Buying It. Bryce is Bryce. Good morning. How you doing, Bryce?
Hey, Bryce.
Bryce Love, where you at? What's up, man? What do you think? Put him in the game or sit him on the bench?
Put him in the game, man. I gotta say, there was so much heart on that track. I mean, his brother's legacy will live on forever through that track, my friend.
That's what's up. Very honest approach.
Yeah.
Interesting lens you did it through too.
And a lot of layers. Like, just if you write music or you write songs, it's a lot of intricacies in that, man. Yeah. So that's why I was curious about the amount of time you spent.
That's dope. Thank you,
Cedric from Maryland. Good morning, Ceddy Bo. What up, baby?
What's
going on? What's up, Sway? How you doing, man?
Hey, Ced, I'm headed to Vegas Friday. I can't be that bad.
Oh man,
God willing
to play poker.
You know what I mean? That's not why I'm missing whatever.
Poker, Ced. Don't believe it.
But that's not just it, Ced.
Oh, poker and poker.
Okay, that's what it is. Hey, Ced, should we put him in the game or sit him on the bench?
Man, put that man in the game, man. I felt that shit, bro. Like I said, I'm up and coming rapping myself, bro, and that's deep as shit right there, bro.
Yeah.
I respect your craft, bro, for real.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hey, said you a citizen, brother.
Sway in the morning.
Let's take him to the Shy Town.
Shy Town.
Yo.
What up, Rod?
What's going on, Sway in the morning? How
Rob,
y'all
what's
feeling?
goody, baby?
Man.
All right. It's all butter. Man, put that cat in the game, man. It made me think about when I lost my brother. Man, I'm telling you, I feel his pain right there in them lyrics.
Respect, man.
Respect. Much love, man. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Thank you, family. You're a citizen, brother.
Sway in the morning.
He said, I feel the pain through the track.
Facts.
That how many artists can say they make music that make people feel like that, and they don't even know you?
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, we don't even know you.
Right.
I told you.
We learning it. We learning it. Mike Muse, go ahead.
I have a question. Incredible song, very powerful, very emotional. I'm sure it was very therapeutic for you. I'm just curious, we don't talk about suicide a lot in the Black and brown community. I was wondering, is there any attention with that song in hopes that it were brought in the conversation out nationally to let other Black and brown youth know that there's others like they're out there for them?
Definitely so. And I mean, and it goes even further with it being just about like suicide. It's just, kind of talking about the things that we deal with on a daily and actually dealing with, things that we build up. You know what I'm saying? Even emotions that we have. Like, everybody say men are supposed to be, strong. We don't cry. We don't Right. Like, we all human. We all emotional. We all deal with that stuff. It's just, you got to find your way to, get it off your chest. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's music. You know what I'm saying? But speaking about suicide on, a national platform, like, I'm all for it. Like I said, because the mess that's got to be cleaned up, that's just not pretty at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I read something, it was like, suicide doesn't prevent something like suicide doesn't stop the problems, but it prevents you from having a solution for them.
Right.
They don't go away.
Yeah.
You got a song called 40 Acres and a Mule.
Yeah, 40 Acres and a Mule.
I always think of Spike Lee when I
Oh, definitely.
You said that,
my man Spike, man.
Yeah.
What's that song? Talk about that song.
It's the first lines on it, I kind of got it from I was like, God damn, where the fuck is Jay Spaceship? I was third shift working in the warehouse. My man's P and True, what up? You know what I'm saying? We out there just hustling. I had my headphones in, and I was just frustrated. I'm like, God damn, where the fuck is Jay Spaceship? I'm like, this damn job, this job shit, nah, I can't. I got to chase this dream, you know what I'm saying? I got to go after it. And it's just kind of about, the bullshit you deal with jobs, with bosses, with working for a corporation that you're just a number. You're not a person. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, now I've been in the cycle of jobs for so damn long. Job after job. Anytime I tell, side something, my job, this man, fuck that job. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm over here. I'm using PTO now to get here.
Yeah.
Not saying don't work, but more so like, I believe in waking up doing, using your gift. I always used to tell him, I was like, bro, I believe you're committing a sin by not using the gift that God gave you. I just know how good he is at what he does. And I'm like, bro, stop playing with me. I don't want to hear about your job. Fuck your job. I'm not saying I don't respect people who work.
Yeah.
But if you don't love that job, leave. And that's why I said I don't never wanted to get misconstrued like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that was some bad advice.
Right.
I don't never want that to get out.
Bills,
If you're not happy at work, I believe you should leave. If you're not happy, I don't fuck with it.
Well,
You know what I'm
find
saying?
your
That's-
passion.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I
don't
get it.
get me. The internet is crazy.
That's
right now.
Cy Irie the Kid, by the way. Y'all know how to
I don't
follow.
want to say
All
I
right.
don't respect
You
nigga
got
with
a
a job.
sprinter
bro.
already. If you don't, you gotta still work.
Yeah, man. Look at his watch. That's got a watch on both wrists. Damn. Telling the time, just in case the other one ain't correct. You look on the other wrist. All right, this 40 Acres and a Mule. Let us know if we should put him in the game or sit him on the bench. It's J. Deep, Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, 888-742-3345. Working, I've been working hard.
And I can't work for y'all. I can't work for y'all.
I'm on 40 Acres and a Mule. Like that, man. Your music sound like you wrote it right when you was going through it, man. Like, damn, I'm at work. Let me put this verse down, man. I hate this. I can't work for y'all. What is ADP?
ADP, that's the check collecting people, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get your paycheck and everything, ADP, you check on there and see, like, how much the fucking government that came and took from you, how much Medicare that you don't even utilize, that they're taking money for, all that shit, Social Security shit, all that.
That's I don't know if you do this, Sway, but that's what we have up here,
Right.
Yeah.
We see how much they take out of us.
No, I know what it is. It's they They don't do that.
They
to
pay
me.
you different.
They pay me different.
Yeah.
You know, to Cy
You just go ahead and
point,
say it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say
I
it.
get every dollar they owe, and I take care of my ADP.
Boom. Jay, would you leave
And
America?
you can too, ladies and gentlemen. You can too.
Would you leave America?
Oh no. I mean,
Where you gonna go?
Where would I go?
Yeah. You got people
Sweden's
from
nice.
Africa trying to come over here. Where you gonna go?
I don't know. I might go somewhere like Asia. Some
Asia?
shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, right. Heard that food terrible out there. I heard it.
Yo, son.
We love to eat. You know how long they
Allegedly.
live?
That's what I heard though.
You know how long they live for?
But are they eating any heat
Forever.
though? Respect. I
They
got
live
you.
forever.
I take a flight. I'm visiting with
We
you.
over here dying 45 is like our max out.
So it's for the life. All right. More
point,
life.
man.
More
Dollar
life.
menu.
Yeah.
More life.
Just had a friend, 45, pass away of a heart attack
Oh.
a couple weeks ago.
That's young.
It's too young to be dying of a heart attack.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when you ain't got no history of heart disease in your family. You know, stressing and thinking and worried about
Yeah,
stuff.
Sorry for that loss.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's young.
Carla's on the line from Denver. What up, Carla?
Hey, Carla, we coming to Denver too.
Yes, we are.
Hey, Carla.
Hey, come on. We want to have you. I listen to y'all every morning.
420. We be
gonna-
out there.
Oh,
You gonna come? You gonna come?
Smoke
You gonna come out to our broadcast once we reveal the location?
I sure will.
Okay, bring something. Okay, don't come empty-handed. What do you think? Should we put him in the game or sit him on the bench?
I think you need to put that in the game. A lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm all for entrepreneurship. I
Yes.
left corporate America like 6 years ago. I could never be so happier.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
What part of corporate America did you work in?
I'm an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like corporate, they try to enslave us, stress us out.
Yeah.
We're just numbers. We're not people, so I definitely am feeling that.
You're a citizen, Carla.
Sway in the morning. Stay off that plantation.
Yeah.
It's a plantation.
It's a
It's
new
just
age,
it's a
new
different
day and
kind.
age, man.
I like y'all lingo here, man.
Yeah. The American dream looked different. It was always different for us.
Yeah.
It was. Everybody got to find their own path, man.
Yeah.
I get up in the morning. I'm happy to come here. That's what you talking
That's what
about.
I just said,
Yeah,
man.
be happy to where you got to go.
That's what I just said.
Ness is from Buffalo. What do you think, Ness? Put him on the sit him on the put
Big
him in the
Ness.
game or sit him on the bench?
Buffalo.
I really think the first track, he was to be put inside the game. Second joint, bench him, man.
Bench him.
Respect.
Why you say that? What's the reasons?
Must be at a job you don't like.
I don't know. The first joint really touched me, but
Yeah.
that second joint, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying,
we
Sway?
need it. I was waiting for something bad. That's good.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, we like that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, appreciate you, Ness. You're a citizen.
A Sway in the morning.
We're gonna go to New Mexico. Trish, what up, Trish?
Trish.
What up? What are you guys doing this morning? Y'all lovely.
That's who's we just hanging out, Trish. We got J. Deep in here. Got a new project called Resistance. We just played the song 40 Acres and a Mule. Do you think we should put him in the game on that song or sit him on the bench?
You know what? All day. Game, baby, because those lyrics, they're not only true to everybody's heart because everybody's out there just trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to work, trying to do their thing, but at the same time, it's helping, uniting. Where's our UNITY?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I like that. She threw a bar on you too, right there, J. Trish, you're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Cedric in Washington, put him in the game or sit him on the bench.
Say, what's popping?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's up, Sway? I just called you, bro, a few minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, put him in the game, man. I like that, man. Dude, he definitely got skills, man.
Okay, cool. Thank you, brother. You
Little
all
shot.
right with me, man?
Little shot.
All right. Not sure what he talking about.
Me either.
Okay, haven't talked to
I
a
think-
Cedric this morning.
I think he meant the other day when you
Nigga.
asked where was
Yo, nigga.
Washington or
Oh, that's
D.C.
him. We
or
called
Washington
yesterday.
State.
Yeah, because we were talking about
Gonzaga.
Yeah,
I think,
Gonzaga.
I think
Damn,
that's what
Heather.
I thought he was saying he called you and you didn't pick up.
That's possible,
Oh,
Cyrus.
Yeah.
You've dealt with that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, she
sure.
calling, I ain't picking.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do the tally up right here in terms of J. Deep. FB, what we got?
Oh, wow. Sway, the citizens have voted and they say put him in the game.
You in the game, baby. You in the game.
That's what's up.
I
That's
like
what's
it.
up.
I really really like the second song too, even though the first song was a clean sweep. I like the moodiness of it. You know, like a lot of times, and again, I go back to the writing. People don't realize as artists, you have different days and you have different moments. And the first song to me was definitely a more of a conceptual thing, and it was a specific topic. But the second joint is like you go through that shit every day, like the moodiness. And when you can sit in a space and capture that and actually write it, and then take it to the next level and go record it, and still sound like you pissed off, like Sway said, like you wrote it right in a factory somewhere. I think it's a lot to be said about that. So I like both joints, man.
That's kind of a hybrid too of a newer style, but a little more lyrical than you tend to hear. I like that hook. Who's on that hook?
Oh, that me.
That sound like that. Okay.
That's me right
I see what he did with that.
What I like to say about this both songs actually is very practical. A lot of times rappers are always talking about gold, jewelry, extravagant lifestyles, but J-Dot, you're actually talking about real issues, real things that people go through every day versus suicide, depression, or either way it's entrepreneurship. I'm happy at my job. Things that everyone can relate to, right? Nothing wrong with those who rap about extravagant things, but really great.
We catch ourselves because when we did that record, he wanted to do something bouncy. Dubbed the Prodigy. Me and Tony produced that record. But then when we was doing, I was like, we got to stay in your pocket of talking about something, not saying the people who talk about it, because sometimes it's good to kick that shit. But I didn't want it to leave who he was, and so he was like, yeah, let's try to stick with the concept. Yeah, because he had the words already. And once he told me the first 4 lines, where the fuck is Jay Space? I said, my nigga. He was like, I don't know about this, my nigga. Like, my nigga, I said, my nigga, I've been trying to tell you about this job shit. That's it. And then I went upstairs and did the hook, and then he added his little part to the hook, and it was just like,
I like this. Hey man, don't ever let nothing come between y'all relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, you guys are brothers, and I can see y'all argue, y'all come together,
argue like shit.
I like it. Hey, but before you go, did he tell you what we do on the show? I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. What? He didn't tell you. Sorry. Yo, wanted to drop a beat on him. You in the Valley of the Hyenas, J.P. I know you didn't come in here. You wasn't prepared to spit some fire.
Yo,
come on. Sway in the morning, shade 4-5.
Back in them days, I was peeping them too visual, so check. I'm just honored to be in this room with you. Sai said you heat seeking, brought me a few missiles, so give me a minute to talk through these few issues now. They gon' say it's written, dead that. Been spitting like this and Sway was rocking that inexplicable head wrap. Need to get they heads wrapped around the idea that every artist ain't the same. These ain't my peers. You see, I appear and be a fucking pioneer until I live. Yeah, and I stare where the fuck I need to keep my mind clear. Wasted potential is one of the things that I fear. Cause I done been there, done that. And if time can run back, shit, I'ma tell him to run that. And do exactly what I did to get right here. I know it's slick type weird, but yeah, look, I'm truly back on it. Who could pass on it? I'm just itching to be back round this doobie rap goddess. Hoes think it's them, yeah, you'd be that honored. Folks tuning in, they're like, dope, he raps honest, yeah. And that's truly rap's promise. Duke be spewing facts whenever he spaz on it. Broads getting choosy and usually I smash on it. But the way that things been going, they plotting to latch on them. I feel it's safe to say, ain't no escaping to capture your mind. You trapped, can't physically break a shackle. Skating on a path, chasing after disaster. Disguised as some things you aim to obtain and master. Reach your destination and something changes your stature. You stand a little firm, but nothing's really learned. Your foundation shakes, your faith it wavers and shatters till you back down in that basement, evaluating what matters. Looking back on your past, flip through pages and chapters. Start embracing the tears, started hating the laughter. Started facing your fears, recreating the pattern. So you prep it for the stage to get displayed to the masses. Some is telling you wait, others saying go faster. Now you patient and relate to that tortoise racing a rabbit. Objects in your way, now you taking them past it. Opening up them gates to places you couldn't fathom. Anchors holding your ankles start growing weak, then release you. Them people that see you fleeing start to notice they need you. People who peep the difference start to question who freed you. And even though you've ascended, it ain't nobody beneath you. We equal. Some are out to deceive and mislead you, but the distance that you keep could easily end them. Is lethal. Seeking for surroundings that's so serene and is peaceful. If they make it within feet, they still ain't able to reach you. Yeah, but still they able to teach you. Show you where you used to be, person that you used to see in the mirror is no longer there. Loosen the noose, removed it, and the truth is beautifully putrid. It usually confuses those who try to go and fuse it up with foolery. The difference between you and me, you were moved by things, and it's the pain that began fueling me, influenced me to fluently do it to be heard, while niggas do it for gratuity. Consider this the introduction to the newer me. If I'm before my time, then it's the future who'll be viewing me. Good, man. What's good?
You tried to play him on the spot. We ready?
I tried to throw him with a left.
Yeah.
When he was expecting the right.
Yeah.
But because he could write.
Yeah.
That's what I do, man.
Yo, Bump, we got you. We're not gonna bullshit
man.
you,
Shout out to Unc, man. Bumpy Knuckles, man. It's all love all day, man.
We got you, man.
You know, I only put on my shades for a few occasions.
Special moments.
Bring out the sunnies, Heather B.
Thank you.
What kind of those? You don't know?
I don't know. Maybe J. Dot. He seemed like he a reader.
They
He
look
could tell
like
you.
products
You know what?
What kind are they, J. Dot?
No, I ain't even gonna put on these shades.
No, but tell them what kind they are, J.
They
Dot.
look like
Yeah,
products
J.
from
Dot.
the
I don't want
side.
you to put them on.
I'm official.
Okay,
What
you know
are
what?
they?
I
What?
just might put these on.
Okay, yeah. You know, not too many people go walk in my shoes or wear my shades, brother.
Right,
You know,
right.
I
That's all you.
Might fuck him up.
I know what happened when people was watching this because, you know, millions of people watch this show.
Respect.
And a lot of them don't subscribe. We got over a million subscribers, but a lot of them don't subscribe because they don't want you to know that they watching you. And the ones that tend to not subscribe are the ones who we like to call the whack rappers. I'm on a lifelong mission to eradicate your existence. That's a bar right there, Heather B. I'm always going to point it out. I'm never going to be the one to say it. Yeah. I'm just going to bring people up here to display it. What you're not, what you can't do, how you're corroding the business. The business is getting rusty. Somebody got to clean it up. And the only person that can do it is the hyena. Right. J. Deep, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the godson shit right there.
Yeah, man, he made me happy this morning. Shit, I was on a slippery slope, man.
I just quoted him on Twitter.
Did you?
Yeah, even though you were sending still ain't nobody beneath you. That's real.
That's plagiarism, Tracy.
I
Did you give
know,
him credit?
I gave him the credit.
Okay. You gave him the
J.
credit?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure
Yeah,
you got the credit.
As long as you got the message out there, that's all that matters.
Don't let the big words fool you. He's talking about something. Every line.
Every line.
He can define every word and use it in a sentence.
Good job, bro.
He ain't just rapping.
Good job, man.
At all.
Sorry, tell him the name of the company.
Oh, well, we with so many teams right now, but you know, we got No Iron Team Records, we got Major Music, we got Cash Money, we got Universal Republic, man. Just shout to all the families out here, teams. Shout to Bump, Sway in the morning, man. We appreciate the opportunity. We got gifts for y'all too, man.
Oh, bring them gifts up, man.
You know, we
I like
was
that.
raised the right way to come in. You know, we bring gifts as we come. We grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Thank you.
Pass
He
it
got
down,
us
pass
coffee.
it down.
He got the music and he got a coffee mug.
You too, my nigga. Yo, we love you too, my nigga.
Y'all didn't get
Yeah,
Mike
man.
Hughes one. That's okay.
Yeah, man.
Mike
But yeah,
Hughes.
projects, man. His project dropped today.
Thank you so much.
Resistance is out, man. Y'all go get it. Indecent Proposal videos on World Star. My project too soon drops April 25th. So I'm gonna address a lot of this elephant in the room shit later on. So, but you know, we
Knock
doing
it
good,
down, man. Proud of you.
I'm
sir.
happy right now. I'm happy
Proud
like
of
this
you.
was, you know, I'm happy like I just rapped. Like I'm very excited right now. So,
Man, he did,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Excellent job. J. Deep, ladies and gentlemen.
Citizens,
Resistance is
follow him
stores now.
yes.
Hey, DP, who we got coming up, man?
We got Nikki Bella from the Bella Twins and Lana, both WWE superstar.
Okay, Nikki Bella.
They dress provocatively for
And
you,
Lana.
Sway. Provocatively, yeah.
WWE's
We gonna get the
Divas.
IG on the way out. We
Okay,
gonna
get
the
that,
IG
get
on the
that,
way
get
out.
that. Y'all
Trav,
need
Trav.
that. All right, Sway in the morning. Y'all want to talk to him if you're a wrestling fan. 888-742-3345.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.